Yo, what's going on YouTube? Um, so today I actually just picked up my case of Modern Horizons 3 Play Boosters. It is pre-release weekend, so I was able to go to my local LGS and pick up my case that I pre-ordered, and I actually got all four of my Commander decks. They're not the collector ones, they're just the normal ones, so nothing really fancy about those. But we're going to open up 6 boxes of Modern Horizons 3, and I'm going to do this video a little bit different. I'm not going to have you guys watch me crack packs because that's just going to take way too much time. So instead, what I figured is I'm going to do this introduction, and then I'm going to I'll open up all my stuff and I'll come back and show you guys what I open for the rares, the mythics, the fetch lands, all the big stuff. And then after that, and then I will also be doing a seeing what I got for what I paid for my case. And then we will kind of go and see if we made any money or if we did not. I don't know. My LGS is saying I should be making money. I should be getting them probably like 2K worth of value, but you know, when you open boxes, it's just gambling, right? But I will say that I bought this case for $1,500. 6 boxes for $1,500. If you do the math, that's about $250 per box. For what I was seeing on what cases were going for, I figured that was a pretty good price. Wasn't too high, wasn't too low, and so I just figured, you know what, let's just do it. Let's just get it done with. And then I did buy the Commander decks. That was, I don't remember the exact price, but I want to say between like 250 and 300 bucks. So, yep, not too bad. And then I had to pay tax and all this and that. So like everything out the door, it was like $2,100. But that's including the Commander decks. But if we just want to look at 6 boxes, we got 6 boxes for $1,500. So I'm hoping I can get $1,500 worth of value. And then I know there's going to be some stuff I'm going to keep for Commander decks and stuff like that. But then everything else I'm probably going to turn around and sell because everything right now is still under pre-sale prices. And there's a lot of people in my area that are asking for a bunch of different things, so I figured anything I don't need or want, I'll just turn around and sell, or I might just hold on to it, just because it's cards that are upgrades of things that are already out there, like the whole flare cycle and the whole modal lands. I'm probably just going to keep those, but yeah, let's get to it. Start cracking these 6 boxes, and then I'll come back to you and let you guys see what I pull out of my 6 boxes. See you soon. What's going on, everyone?
Cold water, cold filter.
What is going up? So, got the phone on the hand here. So, yeah, this is all the these 2 stacks in the front are all the uncommons, and the 3 stacks in the back are all commons. I'm probably going to be going through that after I do everything else that I do. But yeah, the other crazy thing is this stack right here is all foils, just commons and uncommons. And then for anyone wondering, we are getting, I don't know why, but we're getting basic, just normal lands in this set, and then we're also getting foil basics. If you do get a foil basic land, though, you do get 2 foils in your pack, and then when you get that, you're usually only getting 1 rare to your pack, so that kind of sucks. But we are getting full art basic lands and full art foil basic lands. You do not get 2 foils if you get a full art basic foil land, but if you get a basic land because no one wants them, foil, you do get 2 foils in that pack. So we got the tokens, we got the stupid art cards, which I have my own opinion about them. I wish Wizards would have never done it. It was the worst thing they did. But there's people out there that I guess that collect them. I'm not that person, but if that's you, have fun, bro. You can come here, take them all. I throw them in the trash. That's what I do with them. They're worthless. Just give me a freaking token. That's all I gotta say about that. But let's tilt this camera down and we'll go through every card and let you see what I got for cards and quantities and all this and that. And then after that, we're going to go onto the computer or my tablet and we're going to get a price of everything that we got and see if we made close to our $1,500. So let's show you what we got. Alright, so everything that we got is in this stack here for, we got rares, mythics, full arts, and we also did get 4 cards that are special guest cards. So with those numbers, it did seem like every 2 boxes you'll get a special guest card. So I guess that's not too bad, but hopefully that keeps the prices of those cards up. So in normal rares and the multicolored, here's what we got. We got 2 of the counterspell guy. We got 4 of these. 1 is foil. So we got 4 of these guys. We got 2 of this new removal. Still black and white colors. 1, 2, 3. You got 3 of the Roshans. Another legendary commander if you want to build Gruul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 of the bear that makes all creatures on the battlefield 2/2s. We did get 1 as a foil. Nada, the bird, the one that's everyone's talking about. We got 1, 2, 3 of that. Psychic frog, we got 3 of those. Genku, we did get 1 foil, but we did get 5 of them. Rakdos artifacts, we did get 4 of them. Necro Bloom, another commander people are talking about. We got 3 of those. And then when it comes to land, the rare lands, we got 3 of the red. And we got 3 of these guys. This is actually pretty cool. I guess if you have like a Gaia's Cradle or something that taps for X amount depending on what you have of something, this is pretty cool because you can actually pay 1, tap this to untap that target land. So you can just make even more. We did get 3 of those. That is a colorless land. For the black land, we got 3 of those. The white land, we got 3 of those. The blue land, we got 4 of the blue. The green one, which is the one that everyone's talking about, the Delirium land, we did get 4 of those. And then now we have artifacts, the medallions first. So we got 2 or 3 rubies, 1 pearl, 1, 2, 3, 4 jets. 1 is foil. We did get 3 of the sapphires and 2 of the emeralds. And then for the artifacts stuff, did get 2 Null Drifters. And for Kozilek's command, 1, 2, 3. 3 Kozilek commands. And remember, this is all in 6 boxes, a whole case. So the flute, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of the flute. This is good for if you're playing any kind of like 60 card format. If you're playing Commander, it's really not, it doesn't do anything for you. They did reprint Urza's Incubator in this set, and they did print it as a rare. I know in, what was it, Dominaria Remastered, they printed it as a full art borderless, and they printed it in the set also, but it was a mythic. So Urza's Incubator is now down to a rare, I guess. So yeah, 1, 2, 3 of the Incubator. And if you're building stacks, we got another piece of stacks. We got the Moon. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Moon. And then for the Devourer of Destiny, we got 1, 2, 3. This is another good one if you're building colorless Eldrazi deck or just a colorless deck in general. It's pretty good. Then we got the Echoes. We got 1, 2, 3 of those. This is actually good for if you are building the Eldrazi. I would say this is an auto include, because this says anytime that a triggered ability of an Eldrazi would trigger, it triggers an additional time. So pretty good. When it comes to green cards, let's get into those. We got 3 of the creature that's called 6. And then we got 3 of the, this is a new mana rock, so it's pretty good, especially if you're in dinosaurs. 2 mana, it can tap for 1 green, but if you have Ferocious, which is if you have a creature with power 4 or greater, this will actually tap for 4, and then if this is in the graveyard, you can actually pay 4 mana to eternalize it. So you can actually make a token of this from your graveyard, and it is a 4/4 creature, but it still has the same abilities of add 1 green or add 4 green. So if you're building a big creature-based deck, I would say that's a good add for it. You got 3 of these. It does have Kicker, but for 4 mana, you can actually bring a land into play, so that's not very good. But if it was kicked, you can exile a target land. So you search your library for a land card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. So it's not tapped, it's just into play. But then if you kick it for 1 and a waste, you can actually, so you get a land on your field, and then you can exile a land that your opponent controls. Another combo piece for energy, if you play it, Primal Prayers. Got 1, 2, 3. This just says anything under 3 mana, instead of costing for mana, you can just use 1 energy and free play it as long as it's 3 or less. And then for the Bestow, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 is foil, so that's pretty good. Sylvan Safekeeper, we got 1, 2, 3. This is a reprint, but pretty good. You can sack a land, target creature you control gains Shroud until end of turn. So if your opponent is targeting something of yours, you just sacrifice a land and say your target is now invalid. You cannot target. And then we got, for another Eldrazi that's in green color, we got 1, 2, 3 of those. When you cast a spell, exile up to 1 target non-creature, non-land, permanent, and opponent controls with mana value 4 or less. If you do, This will gain when this creature leaves the battlefield, target opponent draws a card. So it's a it's a removal spell, and it's a 3/4, so it's decent body. Has the void, so it's no colors. And then if you sack this for mana, or if it gets destroyed during battle, you can just choose someone to draw a card. And then we got for the green flare, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. One is actually foil, so that's pretty good. Of course, flare is just it's a cultivate, but if you want to play it for free, you can sacrifice a non-token green creature and cast this for free, and just like a cultivate, does the same exact thing. And then we got Breaching Evolution, 1, 2, 3. This is a reprint from a Jumpstart set, but it's basically if you would put one or more +1/+1 counters on something, you double it. Then we'll get into red. We did get 2 of this guy or girl. It is a reprint, but it is straight into modern, so pretty good. And then for red Eldrazi's, we got this guy, 2 of those. And then we did get 1, 2, 3, 3 of the Party Thrasher. I'm not a red player, so I don't really read a whole lot of what these red cards do. But this one I was actually curious on it because this is really good. So power balance. So anytime someone casts something, you reveal the top card of your library, and as long as it's the same mana cost of the card that's being cast that your opponent is casting, you can actually cast that card for free from your library. So that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did get 6 of this bird, the Detective Phoenix. Collect evidence, 6. Flying haste. Yeah, it does have bestow. So an enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying and haste. You may cast this from your graveyard using its bestow ability. So you can just cast this for 3, have a 2/2 flyer with haste, and then when they kill it, you can just be like, okay, well, I'll pay 1 red to bestow this, collect evidence of 6. So you have to exile create cards that equal mana value of 6 or more, and then you can just put this onto a creature, so then it's an enchantment, and you can keep doing that from your graveyard. And then we did get 4 of the Aether Revolt. If you're building a energy deck, this is a good include. I did get 4 of them. 1 is a foil. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Wheel of Potential. If you're building energy, this is just another basically Wheel of Fortune for the deck. You have to pay 3 mana, but then you have to put in energy to it. You do get 3 when you cast this, but then you can pay a number of energy, and then each player exiles that hand and draw X cards. If 7 is more, if X is 7 or more, which X is the amount of energy you're playing, you may play those cards exiled this way until the end of your next turn. So it's basically you have your hand and you're like, oh, these things cost too much, so I'm going to exile this. I'm going to put like 7 energy, so you'll draw 7 new cards, and then you still have these cards over here that you can pay or play until the end turn of your next turn. So it seems pretty good. And then for the red flare, we did get 1, 2, 3. This is basically a deflecting SWAT in Commander, but you have to sacrifice a red non-token creature to be able to play it for free. I did get the Cursed Mirror, 2 of them. it is a mana rock, but then when it comes into play, it does tap for red as a mana rock. But then when it does come into play, you can actually make a copy of any creature on the battlefield until end of turn, except it has haste. So the turn it comes in, you can actually have this become the big beastie that's on the field, and then you can just attack with it that turn, and then after that turn, this just becomes a mana rock. For white, did get 2 of the new doggy. I'm probably gonna be asking my buddy if he wants one of these. But we did get 2 of them. For the white flare, we got 1, 2, 3 of the white flare. Another free spell, so this just says you sacrifice a non-token white creature. You can play this for free until end of turn. Your life total can't change, and permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible. It is a instant, so even if you don't have the creature to sacrifice to play this for free, you can still just cast it for four mana. I mean, it's still good for 4 mana, but most people will sacrifice a creature because then they can just play it for free. And then we got the Phantom. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of this. And then we did get a chant, the Orum's chant. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. It is a 1 mana instant, and you can kicker it for 1 white. So basically, it's going to cost you 2 white. Target player can't cast spells this turn, and then if this spell was kicked, creatures can't attack this turn. So it's a first part of it, I would say, is you're going to play this on your upkeep to make sure that your opponents can't cast things on your turn. And then if it's on your opponent's turn and you're like, I'm gonna die to his full swing, you can be like, oh, well, I'm just gonna pay 2 white now, so they can't, on their upkeep you cast this, so now they can't cast anything during the turn, and then they can't attack. So it's pretty much just a 2 mana like time walk, right? I mean, they're not going to do anything. Unless they want to respond to this, they need to respond to this, or need to counter this, or what. But yeah, this is basically just a 2 mana skip their turn. And then we got, for the Wrath of the Skies, this is another energy card. 1, 2, 3. Did get 3 of those. Reclamation, this is a reprint. Savine's Reclamation. Really good card, but it's really cheap card. I don't know why they reprinted it in this set. Maybe they wanted to make it modern legal. So 1, 2, 3. Even though everyone knows that this set is basically Commander Masters 3. I am a Commander player, so I do feel that this is a lot of Commander cards, but there is modern cards that are in here too. That are straight to modern legal, which is good, but there's a lot of cards in here that are Commander. And then another legendary creature in white. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this. We did get 1 foil. This, of course, is going to be a Commander card because it is a 3 mana in mono white. The reason why I say this is going to be a Commander is because enchantment spells you cast have affinity for auras. So you build a 100% just aura deck, and every aura is going to cost 1 colorless less for every aura that you have on the field. So ultimately, every aura that you have is going to cost you like 1 or 2 mana, because it's not going to look at the colorless. You're just going to cast it for the normal pips. So pretty good. Another energy card. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these. 1 is foil, as you see. And then I don't know why they printed this here in this set, but this is for the Mother Machine set. So if you have a deck that works with oil counters, this is decent. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. Now we're gonna get into blue. So blue actually now has a Blood Moon in a creature base. So Harbinger of the Seas, you get 1, 2, 3 of this. So if you want to be an ass, you'll get this. Non-basic lands are islands. So that's it. You like. I feel like this is gonna be more a commander card, but this just says, "Oh, you're playing five colors. Oh, well now you're playing mono blue." That's it. So, 2 of the invocations. We did get 2 of these new counter spells. I was hoping for more because I was like, oh, it's just a rare, so maybe I'll see it. But we only got 2 of them. But beggars can't be choosers. Counter target artifact, creature, or planeswalker spell. Its controller creates a 2/2 blue bird. So this is the opposite of what a Swan Song does. But if you put both of them in your deck, you're just gonna, both are 1 mana cost. Yeah, you're gonna give your opponent a 2/2 bird, but that's better than him having a indestructible Kozilek, right? So then we get 2 of these. This guy is just stupid with what he does. Really good commander card. Then we get 2 of these dragons. These are for your energy deck. And then we did get 1, 2, 3, 4 of this whale. Whenever a player casts their second spell each turn, proliferate. So if you're playing like infect or counters or whatever, this is pretty good. Does come out for 3 mana. It does have Vanishing 2. It is a 7/5. So I mean, you're only going to get this for 2 turns, but for 2 turns, you're going to have a 7/5. So, seems pretty good. And then for the blue flare, we did get only 2 of this. So, again, you sacrifice a non-token blue creature, but it is just counter target spell. Or you can pay 3 mana, which is just play cancel. That's pretty much it. Then we get 1, 2, 3 of this guy. It does have Storm, so depending on how many spells are on the stack, it can hit a lot of things. It has Flash, so it can go with what the stack is, so that's good. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature loses all abilities and is a blue frog creature with base power and toughness 1/1. So if you got a big like counter war stack, and they say, oh, okay, we're done, and you go, okay, well the storm count is 4, you pay this, you cast this, storm count is 4, so now you can target 4 things that are now just 1/1 frogs. So now for black, we did get 1, 2, 3, 4 of this enchantment. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, mill 3 cards. You may pay 1 and 3 life. If you do, put a card from among those cards into your hand. So you mill the top 3, you look at the 3 cards, and you go, oh, do I want to pay 1 and 3 life? And I'll just put one of those cards into my hand. So it's just another draw. And then we have another enchantment. This is for your energy decks. 1, 2, 3. Did get 3 of these. 1 is a foil. enters the battlefield, you get 3. You can pay X energy, sack a creature, return this to its owner's hand, and then you can return target creature card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate only as a sorcery. Did get 1, 2 of this guy is pretty good. This is a white-black commander. But yeah, it's a 6/6 Elder Demon for 5 mana. Pretty good. And then it says, sack another creature, create a blood token. If you sack an angel this way, create a number of blood tokens equal to its toughness instead. Then you can pay Orzhov, sack 6 blood tokens, return each creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield with a finality counter on it. Those creatures are vampires in addition. So you sacrifice angels, you know, say you have a 6/6 angel and your graveyard is filled with creatures, and you can be like, cool, I'm gonna pay 3 in Orzhov colors, sack the 6 blood tokens that I just got, and I'll return every creature card from my graveyard. Seems good. Then a reprint, of course. We did get 2 of the Kirks. Just a really good commander. Then we got this goblin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of this guy. I'm sure this isn't going to be very expensive, but it is a really good card. Pay 1 life, sack another creature, create a treasure token. So if you're in any deck that you like to sack your creatures and you're looking for more of a sack outlet, this is your key. And it has 3 creature types: zombie, goblin, and wizard. So whatever deck you want to play this in, you're pretty good. And then for the flares in black, we did only get 2 of these. Again, sack a non-token black creature, get to play it for free. Each opponent sacks a creature or planeswalker with the greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control. So it's another way to get around indestructible. Another reprint here, we get 2 Toxic Deluge. I do have plenty of these, so it's not like I needed more. Then we did get the Emperor of Bones. You get 1, 2 of these. At the beginning of your combat, exile up to 1 target creature from a graveyard. And whenever 1 or more +1/+1, it does have adapt 2 for 1 and a black. So the first time you adapt, you can pay 1 and a black and give it a +2/+2. So it becomes a 4/4 for basically 4 mana, because it's 2 mana to get a 2/2 and then another 2 mana to make it a 4/4. And then whenever 1 or more counters are put on this, put a creature card exiled with this onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. It gains haste, and then you sack it at the beginning of your next end step. So, seems good. Another creature, we have the Crab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of this guy. Pretty good. Whenever this enters the battlefield, target opponent exiles the top card of their library, a card at random from their graveyard, and a card at random from their hand. You may cast a spell from among those cards exiled this way without paying their mana cost. Pretty good. And it's a crab demon, so it's another demon. We get another reprint. We got 1, 2, 3 Ophiomancers. These are pretty good. If you don't control a snake, on each upkeep you get a 1/1 Death Touch snake. So pretty good to just have as a blocker. Anytime your opponents are swinging at you, you have a blocker and you just block with it because you know that the next upkeep you're getting a new snake. And then for multicolors, we did get 2 of this guy. We did get another reprint. We did get 2 Kalias. I do not have one of these, and I don't know if I want to build a deck around this or not. We did get another one of the escape guys. This is pretty good. Red and a white. When it enters the battlefield, you sack it, but when it does enter the battlefield or attack, it deals 3 damage to any target, and you gain 3 life. So that's pretty good for 3 mana. And then it does have escape, so you cast it for 3, comes into play, you do a lightning bolt to something, you gain 3 life, and then you have escape for 4 mana, and then you exile 5 other cards from your graveyard, and then this just comes into play. So again, you gain 3 life, and you lightning bolt something, and then every time it attacks, it does that also. Pretty good. Commander card, we did get 2 of these. One of this guy, one of this guy. Did get one of my Eldrazi, so this will probably be going into another deck. One of the Energy Commander. 2 of these. And then now we get into Mythics. So for Mythics, we did get 2 of the Ajanis. The flip guy. And then we did get one of this cat, 2 of the Recruiter of the Guard. It's a reprint, but it's just a good tutor in mono white. And then for colorless, we did get a Kozilek. We got Emrakul. And we did get 2 the Ulamogs. So I got the 3 I wanted. And then for everyone says it's not, but it is. And we got the Eugene's Binding, so we got our Force of Will and colorless. And then for commanders, we got the reprint of this guy, and then we did get 2 of our dragons. The Emerge Commander, and then in black we got 1, 2, 3 of the Necromance, just to, like, it's like a reprint thing of the original Necro. And then we got 1, 2, 3 of the Goyf. Did get 1 Sorin of the Flip Commander. And then in red we got the Ral Flip guy. We got 3 of the Flame Dancer. 1 of them is foil. In lands, we actually got 3 of the Phyrexian Towers. In green, we got 2 of this guy. 1 of them is foil. Then we got a Grist, the new green flip guy. And then we got, this is like a new birthing pod in green. And then in blue, we did get 3 of these. Gives you a new beginning step at the beginning of your post-combat phase. And then we got 1 of the Tamiyo, the flip Tamiyo. And then for fetch lands, we did get 3 Wooded Foothills. We got 3 Windswept Heaths. Did get my color. We got 3 of the Polluted Deltas. And then we got 3, 4, 5 of the Flooded Strands. I don't play blue-white, so I'm probably going to sell those. 1, 2, 3, 4 of the Bloodstained Mires. 1 of these is in foil. And then for full art stuff, or borderless stuff, we got a Bloodstained Mire, Polluted Delta, Tamiyo, the Flip Commander, the Flip Planeswalker, Azulek, the 5-color person. And then we also did get the Ululak. So we got both of the commanders for the Eldrazi deck in the borderless. And then we did get the Nada, the bird. We did get Roshan, Pearl. This is the affinity for auras. We did get a full borderless foil of the Azorius commander. And then we did get a Genko. Did get a Wheel of Potential. We got a Necrobloom. And then we got the Vault. This is actually the borderless version of the black land that you get. And then we also got a borderless Ruby Medallion, a borderless Pearl Medallion, and we got a borderless Sowing Mycospawn. It is a green Eldrazi fungus guy. That's the kicker one. And then we did get a borderless Flare of Cultivation. And then also of borderless, we got the foil Eldrazi Flip Commander. And if you're wondering, yes, the backside is also foil. And then for more borderless commander cards, we did get 2 of the Omo. And then for the special guest cards, we actually got 2 of the Thought-Knot Seer, 1 Fury, and 1 Grief. So that's what I got there. That's all of the fancy kind of stuff. I am going to pause this and then put everything of this stack onto my tablet or my computer, and then I will be coming back and letting you guys know what we made. I'll see you soon. Alright everyone, so this stack is all of the special guests, the borderless, the mythic, the rares, and the fetch lands. And for that stack right there, out of the 6 boxes, we actually got, this is all pre-sale prices right now, so I'm sure it's going to go down, but right now it's $2,195 out of spending $1,500. So, you know, I'm probably going to be selling a lot of it and seeing what I can get for it, but right now I gotta go through all my foils and all my uncommons and commons and see what I want to keep, what I don't want to keep, and probably of what I don't want to keep of the foils, commons, and uncommons. I'll probably be bringing it all up to my buddies and be like, hey guys, here's what I don't want. You guys want anything of this? And that's just kind of how I do it. I mean, I should probably not do that. I should probably just be like, you know, sell the uncommons and sell the commons and like put it on like marketplace and shit like that, you know, and say, you know, like, here's a place out of this, here's a place out of this, place out of this. But that's not my style, never have been. So, but sorry about that. Everyone's messaging me. I don't want to talk right now. So, but yeah, it's been a long video. It's been a long day. I think I started this at probably, I don't know, noon. And it's, hell time is it? Oh, it's like 3 o'clock. So yeah, it took me about probably like around 10:30, 11 o'clock I started this. So it took me about 4-5 hours to open up all the boxes, get the prices, add up all the prices, do all this and that, because it's all pre-sale right now. So it's still not like where you can scan it on TCG Player. So you got to actually like physically like look up the cards, write down the price, and add up all the numbers. And yeah, so yeah, that's what's going on. Again, thanks for watching. Appreciate it very much. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, so you know when I upload videos. And I guess with that, I'll see you guys on the next video.